Imagine walking into a store to buy a well-deserved reward for 40 years of hard work. You see a sleek new device or a beautiful piece of furniture that feels like a symbol of your success. You feel a sense of pride as you hand over your credit card. You believe you are adding value and comfort to your life. But as soon as you cross the threshold of your home, the trap snaps shut. You did not just buy a product. You invited an invisible vampire into your living room. This vampire does not want your blood. It wants your time, your peace of mind, and your hard-earned savings. It is a silent force that will quietly drain your retirement fund every single month. And the most terrifying part is that you will feel like it was your choice. Most people think they are in control of their spending habits. They believe they buy things because they need them or because they offer a better life. However, modern consumerism is designed to prove the exact opposite. Today, we are going to expose the hidden mechanics of the systems that keep us broke. We are going to look at why a simple upgrade often turns into a financial nightmare. One-third of people earning over $200,000 a year still live paycheck to paycheck. This happens because they have lost the battle against the invisible vampire. To understand why this happens, we must go back to the year 1765. A famous French philosopher named Denis Diderot was living a simple and happy life. He was brilliant, but he was relatively poor. Everything changed when he received a massive sum of money as a gift. He decided to treat himself to a beautiful scarlet dressing gown. It was the most elegant piece of clothing he had ever owned. But as soon as he put it on, he noticed something strange. His old wooden desk looked rotting and ugly next to the new robe. So he bought a new mahogany writing table to match the elegance. Then he noticed his old rug looked like a rag compared to the new desk. He replaced the rug with an expensive Damascus carpet. This cycle continued until every single item in his house was replaced. By the end of the year, Diderot was broke once again. He realized that he had become a slave to his new possessions. This is known today as the Diderot effect. It is a psychological chain reaction where one purchase demands another. In the past, this was just about matching styles and aesthetics. But in 2026, this effect has been weaponized by technology. Now, it is not just about how things look. It is about how the systems behind them are engineered to drain you. Let us look at the modern version of the scarlet robe. The average new car today costs over $48,000. For many retirees, a new car feels like a safe investment in reliability. But modern vehicles are no longer just machines. They are rolling subscription services designed to capture your monthly income. Many manufacturers are now locking basic features behind a paywall. You might pay a monthly fee just to have your seats stay warm in the winter. You might pay a yearly subscription to keep your navigation maps updated. If you stop paying, the features simply disappear. Even your insurance costs will be 30% higher because of the fancy sensors. A single cracked windshield could cost you thousands of dollars to recalibrate. The car is the anchor item that forces you to upgrade your entire lifestyle. You feel the need to buy a specialized charger for your garage. You feel the need to pay for premium data plans so your car stays connected. The vehicle that was supposed to give you freedom has become a permanent expense. This same pattern repeats inside your own home. Think about the rise of the smart home. It often starts with a simple doorbell camera for security. You think you are buying peace of mind for $100? But then you realize the camera requires a monthly cloud storage fee. Without the fee, the camera is almost useless. Then you notice your old internet router is too slow to handle the video stream. So you upgrade your internet plan to a more expensive tier. Then you realize you need smart locks to complete the security system. Each new device requires its own app and its own monthly cost. This is what we call planned obsolescence. The company might stop supporting the software in 5 years. Suddenly, your perfectly functional devices become electronic waste. You are forced to upgrade to the next version just to keep your home running. The invisible vampire has moved from your garage to your front door. It is even hiding in your health and fitness goals. Many seniors want to stay active and healthy as they age. They might buy a high-end exercise bike with a beautiful screen. They tell themselves it is an investment in their longevity. But the bike often requires a $60 monthly membership to function. Then you feel the need to buy branded cycling shoes to fit the pedals. Then you feel like your old cotton shirts are not good enough for the screen. You buy moisture-wicking clothes and specialized heart rate monitors. You have bought an entire identity instead of just a workout. If you stop the subscription, the expensive bike becomes a very heavy clothes rack. The vampire has convinced you that health requires a monthly payment. This creates a state of perpetual upgrade anxiety. You are always one update away from a bill you did not expect. So how do we kill the invisible vampire? How do we take back control of our retirement years? The first step is to recognize the difference between an item and a system. An item is a tool that serves you and requires very little maintenance. A system is a complex web that demands your constant attention and money. We must build a financial firewall to protect our peace of mind. The first rule of this firewall is the rule of three. Before you buy any new upgrade, calculate the total system cost for 5 years. Multiply the purchase price by 3. If you cannot afford that higher number, do not buy the anchor item. The second rule is to maintain your analog anchors. Try to keep at least 3 major devices in your home that are not smart. A traditional coffee maker that just makes coffee. An old-school watch that does not need a software update. A simple car that does not have a touchscreen dashboard. These analog anchors provide a baseline of freedom. They do not track your data, and they do not demand a subscription. They belong to you entirely, and they will work as long as you care for them. The third rule is the buy one, give one rule. The vampire thrives on accumulation and clutter. If you bring a new item into your house, an old item must leave. This forces you to value what you already have. It prevents the psychological tension that leads to unnecessary upgrades. We must remember that wealth is not about how much you can buy. Real wealth is about how much you can live without. It is about the freedom to say no to the latest trend. It is about being the master of your life instead of a slave to your things. The goal of retirement is not to curate a museum of expensive gadgets. The goal is to have the resources to enjoy your time with family and friends. A low-maintenance life is the most profitable asset you can own. It allows you to keep your cash while everyone else is busy serving their objects. Take a look around your house today. Identify the one thing that feels like a burden instead of a blessing. Think about the one purchase that led to 5 other expenses. Ask yourself if that item is truly serving your happiness. The path to financial sanity starts with a single realization. You do not need to upgrade your life to be happy. You need to protect your life from the invisible vampires. Stay disciplined and keep your status symbols humble. This will give you the power to walk away from any toxic situation. It will give you the cushion to handle the real emergencies of life. Do not let the scarlet robe of the modern world destroy your fortune. Be the master of your own dressing gown. If you found value in this perspective, consider how you can simplify your home. Start by looking for the small leaks in your monthly budget. The journey to true independence begins with a simple life. In our next discussion, we will explore the old-school habits that save thousands. We will look at how the previous generations built lasting wealth without tech. Until then, stay vigilant and guard your freedom. Always remember that your time is more valuable than any object. Make your money work for you, not the other way around.